One more quick update today. It's October 16, 2021. This is video 2 of the day. What are you thinking about today? What are you wearing? Are you wearing a mask? Why? Are you not wearing a mask? Why? Do you know why? I think this is an important question. Why? So we're being told to do a lot of things. And then we're told reasons why, but the reasons why don't really match up with what's going on. Like they tell you, get a shot for a bug that's 99.97% curable, survivable. They're not telling us to stop eating fast food. Why? They're not telling us that pharmaceuticals poison the body. You know, you get I'd call it a side effect, which is what the effect they're going for is it may quell down some symptoms or some flare-ups, but at the cost of your health in the long run. Because make no mistake, any synthetic chemical you're putting in your body, your liver, your kidneys, and organs have to filter it out. And it's taxing on them. That's damaging them. So why are we taking it? Are doctors taught nutritional health to a level that they can know more than what I talk about on YouTube, that I've learned just myself without going to college? I've had surgeons that have been doing surgeries for 25 years who I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars through my insurance and out of my own pocket to work on my back. I've had them tell me that I know more about the body than they do. And that was in the middle of my bedridden era. So that wasn't even a full 4.5 years bedridden. And that wasn't the full 10 years of surgeries. That was in the middle. And then I kept researching and researching and researching. I'm not going to stop. I keep learning every day. If they told me that like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and I get it because I see how it is in the hospital. It's an assembly line. When I was in that doctor's office, I'd wait for 15, 20 minutes, sometimes an hour. They would come in and talk to me for about 5 minutes and then walk out. As I walk out the door, as soon as I get my stuff together, I walk out of the room. They're already in another room talking to somebody. By the time I make it to the counter and check out with the receptionist, they're already out of that office. The doctor's already out of that office to the next person. That's not how health works. That's how factory farming works. That's how factory medicine works. I don't even want to call it factory medicine. Factory drugging works. That's how a system that's designed to enslave and poison people works. If it was really about your health, we'd have longer than a 5-10 minute conversation. That doctor would know about why people get cancer. They would know that if your body's acidic, you're going to develop cancer and imbalances. They would know if your body's at 7.35 pH, you're healthy. You pretty much have nothing, in terms of disease or sickness, you don't have to worry about it. Your body is resonating in harmony. Now, there are outside environmental issues, radiation, things like that can quickly escalate your acidity level. But these doctors would know this. They would know iodine is beneficial from removing heavy metals and stuff from your body. These doctors don't tell me any of this stuff. They didn't tell me any of this when I was going through my surgeries. They would say, here's another drug. Here's another drug. Here's another drug. Oh, the drugs aren't working. Here's another surgery. Here's some physical therapy. See you in 6 months. That's not care. That's getting money from somebody and harming them, or allowing them to allow you to harm. I'm allowing them to harm me. That's what I was doing. So I just had a conversation with a gentleman 2 days ago, and he told me that he was talking to somebody, a doctor that deals with cancer treatments. I don't even like calling them treatments because it's poisoning. Chemotherapy is a poison. Make no mistake. It's a weapon. It was discovered in war after poisoning people. The doctor was explaining that they drive a car that's, a lower valued car because they don't want their patients to know how much money they make. Obviously, the doctor makes a lot of money. So the person I was talking to asked, he's like, well, if you had cancer, would you do that treatment that you give people? The doctor literally responded, no way would I ever let that happen to my body. I would not let them do chemo on my body. I know what it does to the body. How many of you out there are doctors that do that? Or lawyers, or police officers, or any kind of anything. I don't care what you do. If you know consciously that you're causing harm to somebody and you're still doing it for money or for any reason, have you heard of karma? Are you aware that there's a karmic debt on your soul when you're doing that? That doctor's going to have to make that up. Whether it's this life or the next life, you're going to have to make it up. You're going to learn your lesson. And there is never a positive outcome from causing somebody harm over money. There are lessons to be learned. And unfortunately, those doctors, those people who are doing this, they're going to have hard lessons to hear. You know, they're going to... I don't want anyone to suffer. I don't want to harm anyone. I don't wish harm on anyone. But if you're doing things like that, you yourself are going to manifest those painful lessons. That's how karma works. And I don't think it's worth a Mercedes or a house or anything. I don't care what it is. It's not worth causing harm to another being. Ever. So I would ask why. Ask yourself why you're doing that. Is it worth it? It's not worth it, in my opinion. I love everybody. Please be well. And if you or someone you know is doing something like that, ask them why. That's all. Why? And then don't let it go. You know, why again? Well, they say, oh, it's for the money. Why? Why is that worth it? Or why do you need that much money? So that's my opinion for the day. I love everybody. Be well. Ask more questions. Speak up for yourself. Stand up for your God-given power. Because when you leave this world, you're going to look back and you're going to say, I could have stood up more. Or I didn't stand up enough. Or I did stand up enough. It depends on who you are, what you're doing. But make no mistake, when you leave this world, you get to look at everything that you've did and you've done. And then you get to plan your next incarnation if you choose to. And it's going to have that, what happens this life and the past lives matters for the next life. So if you were harming people this life as chemotherapy, chemo torture for money, your next life's going to be even more difficult. And it's going to be more painful. And you may have less money or less whatever. It's gonna balance that debt out. So have a good day, be well, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.